Hello there. What is going on, everyone? Hello there to everybody that's tuning in. You may have noticed that there was no video this morning, so I wanted to. I kind of just wanted to sit down and have a talk with you guys. I've talked a little bit on. If you follow me, if you're in Discord, you may have seen. I talked a little bit about um, some of the issues that I've had going on, and so I just figured I wanted to do a video, and I thought a live stream would be kind of a good way to do it. Uh, but then, how will I know what your favorite fish is? Um, well, I guess we will have to see. Are you right in the head? No, I haven't been right in the head for a long time. No, no. Basically, hi, hello there to everybody joining in. I'm going to get started in a minute. But basically, I'm going to be making some changes to the channel. Um, but I do want to caution or like warn you guys, it's not there's not anything life threatening anymore. I had, for those of you guys who've been around for a little while, I had a cancer scare a while back where we thought that was one of the things that was going wrong. I still have some throat problems, but we're still trying to pin those down. But it's definitely not cancer, so that's good. Um, but yeah, so I've been doing. I kind of want to do a little bit of a history lesson because I've been just having a hard time lately. Right, I think other things have been kind of putting some stuff into perspective, and it's been a pretty interesting month. And we got a super chat from Bleed Green Productions. What's going on, Bleed Green? Thank you for the support. You're always here, so thank you for that. I really appreciate it. I really appreciate the super chat. I really appreciate you keeping the channel supported and showing the love. I really appreciate it. So thank you for that. Got to basically, but I'm making some changes. Nothing like too drastic. I'm not sure yet. I'm not like completely. I toyed around with just kind of throwing in the towel, hanging up the nunchucks, and walking away from YouTube. I toyed around with that for a little bit, but that's not where we're at right now. So I want to talk a little bit about what's going on, what changes you can expect, or when you can expect information, and what's going to be the same. Um, Luke says it's your birthday. You're officially 15. Well, happy birthday, Luke. Um, you hope it's the Din or Boba helmet. Well, they're both pretty awesome. They're both pretty awesome helmets. So hopefully you're all right. We got a lot of people here. So thank you all for hanging out. Sorry I didn't announce this live stream in advance. Things have been a little crazy. So I have a lot of stuff going on that's just very it's like some personal stuff and some other things. It's just a combination of a lot of stuff, and it's been going on for a while. It's nothing that I can't handle. It's nothing that like life threatening, and everybody's okay. I had a lot of really crazy stuff happen like last month, and it's gotten better. Things have certainly improved, and things are on the up and up. So as far as like my personal life, I have everything in the world to be grateful for and thankful for. There have been some challenges, and I'm doing all right. But then related to other stuff, as it comes to this channel and to the games that I cover and a lot of other things, I think with everything that has been going on so far this year, I've had a lot of stress, and I think the amplifier for all of the stress that I've had is this need to make daily videos every single day for, I want to say, almost 3 years now. I've been doing daily videos, and I've been doing more than one per day in a lot of cases. So I probably have been averaging like 8 or 9 videos a week for 2 to 3 years. It's a lot. Imagine going 2 years or even just 1 year without a day off. And that's a little bit of an exaggeration because there are some times where I'll record 2 videos and then not do one the next day. But still, usually when that happens, it's not because I'm relaxing the next day. It's because I have something else that, because I do have other personal responsibilities and family responsibilities. And thank you for the super chat. We got a super chat from Jason. Jason says, "Hey man, into my newfound hobby, take a break, bro." Well, thank you, Jason. That YouTubers will have, and it's one of the reasons I'm glad I'm a full-time YouTuber. I also work. I have a full-time job, and YouTube just started out as a hobby, something to tinker with, because there wasn't a lot of content creation out there when I got into X-Wing at first, and then when I got into Armada, it really wasn't. And then by the time Legion was announced, I was already pretty serious, pretty heavy into YouTube, so it just seemed like the obvious inclusion. And then, of course, all the other games that I've reviewed in the meantime. And for the most part, those are the big three. Those are kind of like the holy trinity for me. But I've grown into loving board games as a whole also, and so all of this for a little bit. Another super chat from Bleed Green. Thank you. Daily uploads are not necessary. I agree, and I think that's the direction that I'm going to be changing the channel around a little bit, because I've been doing daily uploads for a long time, and to be honest with you, I am just at a kind of a burnout point right now, and I've bordered on this many times over the past couple of years. It's been really bad in 2020, but at least for the first part of 2020, there was a lot of things to keep things going. Towards the end of 2020 and now into 2021, when we're really feeling the effects of 2020, and I don't think it's going to get much better this year. I think we won't start to see things kind of pick back up until next year. With just a kind of a lack of new products coming out for the Holy Trinity that I talk about, for X-Wing, Armada, and Legion. I feel like our Legion at least has a lot of new stuff coming out, but I think there's going to be some slowdown with there, especially with this transition. But X-Wing, the only thing they announced for X-Wing is one new huge ship, and then the kind of the teaser of the Mandalorian content in the very far distance, but nothing teased for Armada. They don't even have dedicated X-Wing or Armada developers right now, so I feel like we're going to be hitting a pretty significant slowdown. Well, we've already hit it, and I don't see it like us coming out of that anytime soon. Not to alarm you guys. I think this is just the way things are because of COVID put a lot of holds on stuff. But the really difficult part of that is it's really become difficult for me to create daily content like I used to. I used to be like kind of plan my weeks around, like, all right, I would like look at the month and say, okay, what product comes out like under FFG's timeline. I would have this whole formula of like, this product comes out this Friday, this wave comes out this Friday. So that means like the week prior to that and every week thereon, like on Wednesdays, we're going to get like preview articles. So that's going to be like one video for those days. And then I can do like some strategy or breakdown analysis. I can do some battle reports. It's been harder to do those too. And so all these other things that I could plan out and fill in, that I could kind of pad out every, 7 days a week, everyday content, plus then surprise content when new things come out too. All of that has really gotten thrown out the window. Like Atomic Mass doesn't do articles like the way FFG does anymore. They'll just drop stuff on, like all at once. Like in 1 week, we'll just get like everything for Armada. So then and I liked to kind of do like a X-Wing, Armada, Legion like videos, like Monday X-Wing, Tuesday Armada, Wednesday Legion, Thursday Kickstarter previews, Friday battle report, and things like that, and then maybe Saturday double critical podcast where we just talk, So I had all these plans and all of this stuff, and it all got messed up. So it's really hard to do things now. And so we got another super chat. Wow, thanks Max with the $10 super chat. Man, you guys are being awesome tonight. So thank you so much, Max. Says you've done an amazing job with the channel. Thanks, Max. Take a break and recharge your batteries. Spend some time, just relax, and come back whenever you feel comfortable. And always stay positive. I think that's exactly what it takes. Is definitely to stay positive. I appreciate that. And that's kind of what I'm going to do. I think at least for the rest of this month, I'm not stopping making videos. I know a lot of you are awaiting more Armada content. Armada Wave 10 is getting ready to come out. That's a big deal. I'm definitely going to get that stuff, and I'm definitely going to make unboxing videos. And I've had my second vaccination. I'm getting very, very close to being able to go out and play again. So I think some, Armada Wave 10 battle reports are in the cards, you know. So things like that. I'm looking forward to being able to do stuff like that. But it's like, I don't know I don't know how many people have had like daily deadlines and stuff, but being able to just say, you know what, I'll make videos when I can, and that might not be every day. And there may be times where I do have daily videos, but I think I'm going to slow down to, and I don't know exactly what yet. I'm going to kind of just wait and feel it out, see what works, see what doesn't work anymore, and I think that's kind of the direction that I want to go. I still like talking about the hobby. I still like talking about things. There's going to be sometimes where there's more news. There's going to be sometimes where there's less news. There's a lot of videos still I want to make. I've got some cool stuff to review still. I've got some things on the way. I'm still networking with board game developers. We're working with stuff. I mean, I can't disclose everything that's in the works right now, but there's definitely things in the works. I also want to do, like one of the next big projects I want to do is I want to do my full review of Street Fighter, the miniatures game. That one is going to be coming. I don't do full reviews on every board game I own, but on certain ones I think are more worthy of it, and that one is definitely going to get a review. I also want to do a full Armada how to play. That's the other problem is some of the bigger things like like a how to play video is a big deal video. Those are those are videos that take more time. And so, like, I can't necessarily do a good job on an Armada how to play video if I'm just trying to fit it into my daily upload schedule. So I'm not gonna be able to just do that and like crank that out in one evening after the kids go to bed. I mean, granted, I could do that, but it wouldn't be as good as I'd like it to be. I want to, and maybe that's one of the things I'm gonna try and do because let's face it, if you guys follow me and you follow other YouTubers out there, I've been making content for a very long time, and I'm very genuine and not rehearsed. I don't use a script. I just turn the camera on and talk. I have used the script a couple of times, but once I got, it was just too hard to be able to do that, to make a script every day. When you get into daily videos, quantity goes up and quality kind of goes down. I've tried to keep the quality at least at a mid-level. But I wonder if I can maybe use this as an opportunity to turn up the quality a little bit, at least on certain unimportant videos. If we're just doing like the news and like, hey, this is what Atomic Mass just previewed, well, I don't necessarily need a huge production quality. That can be just kind of like updates and like the same kind of quality for daily videos, that we're talking about. But some videos, I have to put graphics together. Some of the recent Armada videos where I'm putting together build ideas for stuff that's not in a fleet builder already. Well, I have to put all those graphics together and line them up, and some of those take a little bit more time. And I kind of like the way that those turn out, but it doesn't always. When you're doing so many videos, a lot of people just miss stuff too. How many of you guys have asked me for something and it turns out like, oh, I already did something like that 2 months ago, but you missed it because it's just so much stuff, and I think that when I look back at all the videos that I do and certain videos that I get a really good response from, and then other videos that like fly under the radar, it's interesting to me because sometimes I'll spend a lot of time on a video and it just gets missed. I've had times where I thought this video was going to be a home run, and like nobody saw it, and so and part of that has to do with that it's not going to be one of my recent uploads by the time most people log in. Not everybody is on YouTube every single day, so I think I can spend some more time working on the videos that matter, like how to play videos, or like buyer's guides and things like that. And I do put a lot of time into the buyer's guides. Those are ones that have done well, and I'd like to be able to do an even better job on stuff like that in the future. So that's going to take more time. I don't know what kind of schedule I'm going to get into. I don't know how fast news is going to come out, and that's another thing too, is the pressure that goes into trying to do videos every single day. One of the things that I used to count on is release dates. I used to count on release dates. I used to plan my week and my month around these release dates, and like, all right, I don't have anything set up for Thursday or for Friday, but oh, this new wave comes out Friday, which means my pre-orders should ship, in time for it to show up either, Thursday or Friday, and if I can get it in early, then I'll be good to go. And then stuff doesn't show up until like 3 days later, and now I'm scrambling because I have nothing to, to put up on a Friday And that's all stuff that started over this past year and a half, and that's made it harder because I really value a schedule. I really value things being able to come out first, and so it puts me under all of this pressure that really nobody asked me to do. Like I think I just did it to myself. I know there's a lot of people that do like having daily videos, but I think I mean, I look at how many subscribers I have, and I look at how many people watch most of my daily videos, and it's a very small percentage, right? Like most of my videos get between 1 and 3,000 views, and I'm pushing close to 50,000 subscribers. So not everybody is seeing everything. So maybe there's not really that much of a need to constantly have something to talk about every single day. But then again, I do kind of branch out to a larger group of people. So, and so that's one of the things I'm gonna kind of toy around with over the next couple of weeks. So, so I didn't have a video up today. And frankly, I think about it, I'm like, honestly, I just got nothing to say. And I mean, granted, live streaming is fun because I can just talk with you guys. We can just talk about stuff. But like, I don't want to make a video that's saying the same thing that I've already said. And there's a problem with that because maybe 90% of you, didn't see a video where I talked about this. Like maybe we're going to talk about snow troopers for Legion. Maybe we're going to talk about huge ships for X-Wing. Maybe we're going to talk about what the best faction is for X-Wing. Maybe we're going to talk about Armada Wave 10 stuff. Like, and I've already done videos on those, but maybe you didn't catch them. So maybe more live streams are in order. I think coming out here and just setting up a camera and going live on evenings is a great opportunity to go back and forth. So I kind of like that. I like the kind of the live hangouts and stuff. Maybe I'll get into a schedule of doing this, or maybe not. I'm not going to schedule anything right now because I just kind of want to see how the rest of this month goes. I think by early May, after the first week of May, things are going to be a little more calmed down. I think hopefully all the new Armada stuff will be out by like May 9th, I think is the kind of the last current estimated street date for everything. By the way, how many of you guys, if any of you guys do play Armada, I got like a single shipping notice for one of the 4 ships today, like that they will be shipping soon, but not the other ones. It's almost like I don't know what's going on. And that's another thing that's giving me things are falling. That's another thing that's giving me anxiety is not knowing, when things are going to be shipping, and so I would probably have a lot less anxiety over that if I didn't have to worry about meeting deadlines. That nobody's giving me these deadlines. I'm giving them to myself. So yeah, I'm going to be taking a little bit of a break. There might not be a video for a couple of days. And I might try some new things too. Like, I've done a little bit of video game streaming from time to time. And, and that's fun. But like, that's one thing is like, I kind of like just having an evening where I just kind of, I spend time with the family. I finally get everything settled. I get the morning kind of prepared and to sit down and just play some video games. And maybe I'll stream more video games. Maybe we'll stream Hearthstone and just kind of relaxing stuff and talk with you guys too, But let's see. So anyway, that's kind of the bulk of it. I mean, I'm happy to take questions and talk with you guys about it because we've got a lot of interesting things kind of lined up in the future. There's a really cool X-Men Marvel United Kickstarter it's kind of really cool. It's also kind of like oh my gosh. So I want to talk about that too. But that might be like I could do a whole video about that, which is interesting, but I'm not sure. Simon doesn't ever like retweet my stuff, or I don't know. I don't know if they don't like my videos. So maybe because a lot of the people that do Simon stuff are more produced and more edited, and I'm kind of raw. Let's see. How about putting more game matches? I enjoy watching them to learn new tactics. Well, that's easier said than done. I would love to have more battle reports. I would love to play more. But it's still lockdown restriction stuff. It's tough. I have a high risk son, so until I hit maximum vulnerability, I'm not really going out to game stores as much. And I know some other people are able to do that, and some people do TTS, and I just don't do TTS. You like the Mandalorian Black Series? Oh, thank you. Yes, dude. These are quality stuff, man. I like these. This one, only problem with this one is it doesn't get on my head too well because it's got the indentations right here, and man, that just gets stuck like right about here. If I grease up my head, it'll go in pretty well. All right, I missed some of the chat. There's a lot of here. Twitch versus Crabbok in Armada would be cool if you could be set up. Could also be a mess. I don't know. You mean to play on Twitch? I mean, I've done a live stream versus the community. I've done a couple. I think I've done 2 of those before. Legion on TTS is not the best. Yeah. Let's see. Scrolling up a little bit. Can't wait for more in-person battle reports in the future. Yes, that would be awesome. For you Orlando folks, I'm hoping to get to Sci-Fi City within the next 2 weeks. You know, I don't know if I'm going to be doing wargaming right away though, because part of this is also like I like other games as well, games that I don't do regular content on, like Twilight Imperium. You know, you can't do a battle report for Twilight Imperium. Well, maybe you can. I don't know if there's much demand for that. No more X-Wing videos. No, I'm still going to do videos for everything. Heck, Luxury Playstyle's got some more stuff coming out soon, too. So we definitely got to promote some of the new tokens that are going to be coming out. But you think I should give VR a shot? You know, we do have an Oculus Quest 2 that Santa brought the family that I haven't done anything with because I don't know how to stream it. I'm sure there's I could look into that. That would be kind of fun. But yeah, you could do that. Well, for the Twilight Imperium, I could do the Twilight Imperium stuff. Yeah. Any plans to do unconventional warfare battle reports? No. Like you're talking about like the special event that they did for the AMG thing. Yeah, I have no plans to do those. I have no criticisms of them. It's just not something I'll say this. Variants of the base game are cool when you get to play a lot. Like if I got to play the same, you know, if I got to play Legion like every week, then I would be a lot more down to play variants of Legion. And same thing with Armada and X-Wing, right? But when I only get to play Legion like once a month or once every 2 months, you know, like when we can go back out, I'm going to want to play like regular Legion as often as I can. Like I am really wanting to master certain things. Like I want to get more practice with Darth Maul and not have him die turn 1 every time. You know, I want to get more practice because the problem is I play all 4 factions because I buy everything to review everything. I play every faction for every game. And so, well, at least in X-Wing, I've kind of just boiled down to, at least in person, trying to play Republic. But how do you remember all the rules for all of these games? That's a great question. That's the question of the day. Well, you got to play the games, but no, the truth is I don't remember all the rules for all the games. And when you're online and you're playing in a battle report that's going to go on YouTube and you make mistakes, everybody tells you, right? Like, hey, you couldn't re-roll that die. You re-rolled that die twice. You weren't allowed to, or what? You forgot to shoot with this ship, and you know, and I do all of that stuff. ETA on luxury playstyle tokens? I don't know, but as soon as I do, you will too. So yes, stuff is in the work. I mean, things move slower than normal, especially with shipping things right now. I think I saw something, even garden gnomes were delayed a month because of the Suez Canal stuff. Squadrons in VR. I have not tried Squadrons in VR. Yeah, I don't know how you hook up the Oculus Quest to the PC because it's a standalone thing, and I've heard that it can be done, but I'm not sure if it would be really good. But yeah, I mean, that sounds like it'd be a fun thing to try. But yeah, Harry Nick, the 10-minute video with tons of interesting facts, but the mistake, guess which? Yes, exactly. You know, Harry Nick knows what I'm talking about. You get one thing wrong. And I did it to you. Also, I did it to you in one of your videos because I said something like, no, you were incorrect about this or whatever. And the funny thing is that because I consider you extremely knowledgeable on X-Wing, and so so like I was like, oh, I got one on you, and because I didn't feel like I'd probably ever be able to do that again. But but yeah, but at the same time, it is funny to be able to do, so we're just to be able to have this platform and go out there. That's one thing. Usually, people are pretty cool about stuff. Every once in a while, we'll get somebody who wants to be particularly harsh in their comments, and you know, I've gotten pretty used to most of it. But it's unfortunate. I try to. That's one thing I've always tried to do is try to be kind of fatherly in a way, like, or very mature about stuff, and positive, and encourage people to be a little more constructive with their comments as a whole. All right. Um, let's see. Do you think the Razor Crest will be released for X-Wing this year? No. Oh no, no, no. They're very, very far away from working on the Razor Crest. I don't even know if it's in. I don't even think it's going to be in playtesting this year. So I think the Razor Crest will be probably like a Gen Con 2022 announcement to probably come out in first quarter 2023. That's my prediction for the Razor Crest based on how far out they talked about it being. They said, it was really like, it sounded like that was the only thing they had done was the concept art, right? I mean, and the thing is, I don't know who is, and it's hard to get this type of information, but I don't know who is really designing X-Wing content now. Who's gonna who's gonna work on stuff? Who's gonna do balance? Who knows? Like they don't have any like Max Brook or Frank Brooks or Alex Davey or Brooks Fluger Levitt. They don't have this team that has all of these lessons learned and stuff. And that's and I feel the same way when it comes to Armada. I just don't know what is going to happen with these. And I think if you're just joining in lately, if I slow down and then not have to worry about having stuff daily, then while I'll still be concerned about the future of these games, it won't give me, like, I don't think our games should give us quite the level of anxiety that they sometimes do. Or at least in my case, I shouldn't have. Like, I shouldn't be laying awake at night, like, wondering, if they're ever going to announce another Armada wave. Honestly, the game is really good right now, and I've got plenty of fleets that I've built and never flown. Truth be told, there's enough content in Armada right now for me to play this game for the rest of my life and never fly the same fleet twice. So, I mean, look how many factions we've got. We got Wave 10 coming out too, which has a ton. I mean, like even the Clone Wars factions are going to be doing fairly well after Wave. Like what a great way to kind of jumpstart these factions with like really great first two waves. So I'm feeling pretty good about where Armada is. It definitely has some things that it needs, but I don't think it needs like as much stuff as Legion is. Still, not we don't need that super fast release schedule. So, but yeah, so basically that's what's going on. I'm going to be taking a little bit of a break, just slowing down. It's not a complete stoppage, but I guess one of my other things, and anybody who's done YouTube or anything like that might know better. But there's an algorithm, and part of my fear of like having to get content out every day was that if you don't publish content on a regular schedule, then it doesn't show your videos to as many people, and new people are less likely to discover your content. And so that's why I was like, well, I want to reach more people and I want to grow the channel. So I've got to, at one point I was like, let me do a video once a week. And I was like, wait, no, I need to do videos daily. And well, granted, I've had plenty of growth. I'm not sure, if I think part of that is attributed to me being pretty fanatical about the games that I cover and covering them so quickly and being consistent. And also having done it for almost a decade now. I mean, what am I on year 7 right now? Well, the better part of a decade at least. Yeah, so I've been doing it for a long time, but at the same time, it's not that big. Like there's people who start a brand new YouTube channel and have 100,000 followers in the first hour. So I don't know. Maybe I'm not I'm not in the right market corner or whatever. But that's okay. It is what it is. But I'm going to be slowing down. I'd like to be able to do at least one video a week, and maybe more than that. I don't really know, and that's so there'll be another channel update probably in May where we talk a little bit about like what I think the new schedule is going to be, because I'd like to have maybe more of a detail, like a set schedule. But it's also hard to be able to predict the way news is going to flow, the rate that expansions are going to, at least the rate that things are going to come out. I usually want, if there's some breaking news or breaking details, like I want to be able to cover it. When they start spoiling that Kashyyyk wave from Legion, I'm going to want to cover that right away. But it's impossible to predict when this is going to happen, because even like with Armada, like, oh, they're dropping Armada spoilers on social media this week. Who cares? Because they sent them out early. Somebody leaked all that stuff. Or Legion with the LAT LE and the AA5, all that stuff got leaked already. Because there's no such thing as a street date anymore. So yeah, it's if you commented, I apologize if I haven't gotten back to you. Steve says, I think us as the audience can do a better job of sharing great channels like yours and getting the hobby out there for more exposure. We all want more players for the games that we love. I think that's a great idea. I can't think of any content creator who would object to having more people share videos. And there's a lot, and I would also encourage you to go back through my old videos and see if I ever talked about, like, especially, I have playlists for specific games. Go back through there, and watch some of my older videos, because there's a lot of topics I always get asked. I had somebody ask me the other day, and I missed it. I don't think I answered them, but it was like, hey, have you ever considered building an Armada fleet without squadrons? And that's when I kind of like, it was like an aha moment for me. I'm like, about doing Armada fleets without squadrons, and half of those being builds and half of them being like theory crafting and stuff. Like, maybe I'm exaggerating a little bit, but it feels like I played Armada for at least 3 years without running any squadrons, and like a much of my channel, including the Orlando meta, was based on running without squadrons. And so so it was really strange that like somebody who follows my channel would ask that, and I'm like, well, he's probably maybe a newer subscriber, and maybe somebody who just recently got into the game, because since Clone Wars has come out, I've kind of said, hey, let me try and do something different, and so it's like there's a lot of old content, and I've tried to organize my channel. If you go to like the channel page, I've got all these different categories with different playlists. I've got collectibles, like all the lightsabers and helmets and things like that. Am I getting lag? Am I getting... Uh-oh. Somebody's using up my internet bandwidth. That could be happening. We've been having some internet problems, so I should probably wind things down. But I apologize for that. I will go ahead and let you guys go, but I want to thank you all. I want to thank you all so much. I will be back soon. I might do another live stream this weekend. Maybe we'll do some video games or something like that. But yeah, we'll have a good time, and I will talk to you guys soon. And of course, as news comes out, I'll be doing Armada unboxings. I will be doing the Legion tank and LAT LE unboxings. That's like really all the stuff that's supposed to be coming out anytime soon. And then once we can get gaming again, we'll have some more battle reports, and and we got some more reviews and more learn to plays and lots of cool stuff like that. And also, I think if I slow down, also I can take more suggestions from Patreon as well. That's one of the tiers, is you can make video suggestions and have more direct access to me. There's also a Patreon channel in Discord, and that's kind of another way, to kind of be like, well, what do people really want to see? If there's something that, okay, you want to see more specifically, I'll have an easier time and fit things like that in. So, I think there's a lot of potential there. But I also kind of miss being able to play a game just for fun. And if I don't have self-imposed deadlines, then I can just have more casual game nights and enjoy the hobby that has become a job that I really want to remain a hobby. So have you thought of taking on HeroClix? No, I played a little HeroClix when it was very young. and then I remember kind of jumping back in, and there was like tremendous power creep and a lot of rule revamps for that. HeroClix seems like if it's a fun game and everything. I don't want to get into too many more miniature skirmish war games, just because like one of the first questions I was asked today was, how do you remember the rules for all of these games? And that's a tough one, because again, they do have a lot of rules. There are some games that I haven't really played much of yet. I've done Oak and Iron, for example, and Blood and Plunder, the pirate games from Firelock Games. Really cool games. I just haven't played them yet. And a lot of this has to do with COVID. You know, I haven't been able to go out and meet up with other players and doing stuff. My wife doesn't want me going out as much until we're fully vaccinated. And I understand we have children to think about. We don't want to be bringing stuff in. Florida is pretty much a hot spot. And so the whole process is it's starting to wind down here. You know, vaccines are like open up now, I think, statewide. So it's really cool, and I think we're going to be getting the ball rolling on in-person gaming again. That's going to be fun, but I'm just going to slow down with the videos. Really, I'm just gonna take it a little bit easy, because it's been a little bit too much of having to do them every single day. So I'm uncertain how that's going to impact my channel. Like I don't know if more or less people are going to discover things on the channel. I don't know. What state am I in? I'm in Orlando, Florida. But yeah. You know, they're constantly updating it. Here's one reason you were hoping I would cover. Oh, for HeroClix. Yeah, that's not really on my radar. I'll say this, if they wanted to send me some stuff, I'd be happy to like take a look at it. But no, I don't. I've tried to get on WizKids' radar, because they do have some things that I'm really interested in. You know, WizKids has like really cool like D&D scenery, and so I wanted to. I was, if they wanted to, like, I was trying to set up, because I picked up that big tower, and that's one thing that was a fun one. That one's going to be also in some Legion battle reports. I'm going to try and use the big tower. That's one thing. To Patreon, I was able to pick that one up. But yeah, like WizKids has a lot of really cool terrain in that whole thing. You know, so that much is that's fun. But I can't go out and buy all of that stuff. It's just, you know, but I'd love to review it if they wanted to, you know, do that. And I think that's maybe one reason why. So I do have a lot of people reaching out to me to do reviews and gameplay coverage and stuff like that, but not as many. Like, I see smaller channels, much smaller channels than mine, get way more offers like, hey, cover our stuff. Part of that is that I don't cover as broadly different types of games. Like I cover pretty much the holy trinity of X-Wing, Legion, and Armada, but I do cover other games. But I also think if I, you know, spend a little more time slowing down, and I can do maybe a little more editing and focus on production quality a little bit more here and there, then maybe, you know, or maybe write scripts once in a while. I don't know if that's me though. Again, a lot of stuff is kind of up in the air right now. So I'm going to be kind of going through a transitional phase. I was watching, fun story, just casual conversation now. I was watching Sarastro's latest painting video. He was doing something from Descent 3rd edition, and fantastic job. But like, one of the things I love just watching Sarastro's videos is he's got this awesome, he made his own background music, and it's playing in the background while he's playing. And I'm like, that's awesome. And I did that for my Among Us streams. I have my own background music, and I'm like, I should probably work on that. And maybe I'll spend some time, working on some music. You know, I've done it before. I've done it. I don't know if you guys remember some of the songs I used to do. I actually have a whole nother YouTube channel just for like guitar covers and stuff like that, but I don't really promote it. But it's like Crabbok music or something like that. We got a super chat from Prototype Pepperoni. No, Prototype Persons. I thought it said Prototype Pepperoni. Prototype Persons, thank you for the super chat, man. I appreciate that. He says, thanks for all your great videos, especially on Armada. $5 is a pittance for the hours and hours of entertainment you've given me over the years. Dude, thank you so much. I really appreciate it. And I thank you for watching also. So thanks for showing support for the channel. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. It's been fun. Armada in particular, as you guys know, is my favorite game, and I'm hoping to continue to cover it for years and years. Rob, what's going on? Rob says, have you put any thought into what your schedule is going to be, or are you not there yet? Isn't prototype pepperoni just pork and peppers? So no, yeah, I'm not sure yet. I want to try. I think one goal I would like to have is to have some kind of set schedule. And so maybe that's like videos on Friday, or maybe videos on Monday. Maybe Monday's a better day to do videos. I'm not sure. Um, like at a minimum, maybe I could do like weekly, all the news you missed over the last week. And that might be something that I do. But at the same time, I also want to do breaking news, right? So, and I'm curious if people would rather only breaking news, or don't do like, let's just say hey, Atomic Mass Games says we got some new Marvel Crisis Protocol stuff, and we got a new Armada campaign expansion coming. Boom. Well, I want to make a video for that right away because I'm super excited about it, right? But should I wait until next week and then include it in a weekly roundup, right? Like, or should I do both? Like, and I'm curious how a lot of people would feel, and maybe I'll use the community. We can talk about it in Discord. If you guys are in Discord, definitely use that to talk about ideas and things like that. Is that something that I'm thinking of? Scott R, thank you for the super chat, Scott. Scott says, "Take care of yourself." Well, thank you, Scott. I am working on it. But yeah, so if you guys are just joining late, it's I kind of just hit this kind of stage of burnout. So we're doing daily videos every single day for almost 3 years now. It's taken a toll, and at a point where there's really not much new stuff coming out, and we're not getting much new announcements, and it's going to be a while before AMG is in full swing of just producing as much stuff as Fantasy Flight had coming out constantly. There's just not going to be any news, and so like I sat down one day, like, and I keep like a little list of like when I get video ideas, I'm like, oh, I should do this. Uh-oh. Yeah, we're back. Oh, all right. All right. My internet is to take a break. My internet decided it wants to take a break too. So
you're in and out and choppy.
All right. I'm things down. But I want to thank you guys so much. And I will talk to you guys soon. I'll look for something, this weekend. I'll try to do a live stream or whatever. But as news comes out, I'm still going to cover it. And I'm going to probably spend more time on important videos. Like, I still want to do like a really good quality how to play video for Armada. I don't know if I can do a really good quality one, but I want to do better than I've done before. And so that's kind of the goal. And I want to see and how that works. All right, guys, I want to thank you so much for watching. And as always, have a great day. Big thanks to my patrons as well. Check the links in the description below.